Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Bigyan natin ng reaksyon, opinion, itong post ng Lyrical Universe. Ito, ang title niya is Marcos made a big mistake in Duterte ICC arrest. Richard Hidarian. Sabi ko, wow! Itong Richard Hidarian, ito yung sub-Saharan journalist na ng Alipusta o minaliit niyang taga Mindanao. So, sabi ko, nagising sa katotohanan, tumama rin sa wakas. So, nag-research ako kasi post lang ito. Gusto kong marinig yung boses ni Hidarian na sinasabi niya ito. Ito nga, pumunta ako sa page ni Richard Hidarian at ito. Kita ko, it's an interview. Hindi ko alam kung sino yung nag-interview. I guess it was 1PH o News 5. Basta pakinggan natin. Tinatanong siya tungkol sa mababang trust rating ni PBBM, tapos bakit si PRRD nakakulong na sa Netherlands, siya pa ang mas mataas yung pinaka-latest na survey ng Pulse Asia. Ito, pakinggan natin siya.
Our good friend, Professor Holmes, clarified that there is a logical explanation why the final survey was quite different from the result, because there was another survey that apparently was much closer to the election day, and that was a bit more accurate. And katulad na nakita natin sa ibang surveys, up to a third apparently, not only up to a fifth of our voters decided on the election day or just before the election day. So that in itself perhaps explains some significant deviations that we have seen in the final survey. But speaking of the approval or trust rating of the president, I think we have seen already a downward spiral in his numbers for quite some time. And clearly you can see here na nung nagwatak-watak yung UNITEAM, President BBM basically lost the Duterte base, right? In fact, it turned against him. While at the same time, it looks like he has struggled to win over those who are non-aligned or belong to the more liberal or opposition, genuine opposition side. So that may explain why his numbers are like that. But in my opinion, what's even more surprising, or rather interesting, I would say, not surprising actually, is former President Rodrigo Duterte not only winning by a landslide in Davao, but also winning by a landslide in terms of trust rating among all top leaders in the country, even if everyone expects him to spend the rest of his life in the detention based on proper analysis of the legal cases against him. So I think that for me is even more interesting to look at. Former President Duterte having higher approval than both his daughter, Vice President Sara Duterte, and significantly more than the current president. So that for me is the interesting part.
Kaya may nagtatanong sa kanya, kailang mahina yung tanong. Sorry Yan, sasagutin niya yan mamaya. Dito niya nasasabihin yung big mistake.
Well, I mean, obviously what we see right now is yung resilience of the Duterte base. I think what happened was that the Duterte base went down to around 10, 15, or 20%. And then after the ICC arrest of former President Duterte, you had the full consolidation of the traditional sympathetic support base, and that was around 30 to 40% of the population. That was more or less the 16 million votes that Duterte won. And then, of course, over time, they had some gains here and there. And that may explain why Bongo and Bato was number 2 almost, right? Very close siya kay Bam Aquino. If you look at it, it perfectly makes sense that a significant plurality of our population has a huge support base. Now, if we were a parliamentary system, a la Germany or even a la Britain, they would have been already the leading political party. So even if they're not the majority, they're significant plurality. I would say that the Duterte base in a parliamentary system would have given them essentially the prerogative to form the government. So that tells you how strong that base is and how resilient that base is, and if anything, how crystallized that base has become since the arrest of former President Duterte. Obviously, the moment that President BBM made the decision to give a go-ahead signal to the ICC, I think it was a big mistake on his part to think that he could just
Big mistake.
do it and then let's forget about it and move on and hope that the machinery of the state will carry the Alianza. Apparently, that's not what happened. He was already struggling with a lot of criticism of the so-called ayuda, of all the supposed, leveraging of the national budget for electioneering allegations coming from the liberal opposition. And then after the ICC warrant of arrest, I don't think the president made a very strong case to justify to the majority of Filipino people why the former president had to be taken to the ICC. Was there a significant effort to, for instance, shed light dun sa mga kwento ng mga biktima ng extrajudicial killings? Was there a return to the story of Kian de los Santos and thousands of others that we haven't heard enough about? I didn't see any follow-through. I think the president wanted a soft landing, and he didn't get that soft landing because both the liberal opposition and the Duterte opposition were very, very trenchant in terms of their criticism of the president. And at the end of the day, that may explain the significant underperformance of the administration and the overperformance of many Duterte-aligned and even liberal opposition-aligned candidates.
Okay. So, wow. Ang ganda ng kanyang analysis. Tama, I agree. Sinasabi niya, nung una, pababa na ang ratings ni Pangulong Duterte kasi sa mga surveys nung una, bumababa na yung mga tao identifying themselves as Duterte supporters. Namomonitor ko yan, pababa. But then, nung nagkaroon ng ICC arrest, ay yung pagbaba ng bilang ng mga Duterte supporters, I believe, bunga yon ng Quadcom hearing, yung sinisira nila si PRRD sa tagal ng kuan. So, may mga na-influensyahan. May mga dating Duterte supporters na parang nagduda na. Kaya mamaya, naglaylo na sila. They do not consider themselves anymore Duterte supporters. Wala na. Kasi naniwala doon sa Quadcom. Kaya lang, nung inaresto si PRRD at dinala sa Netherlands, doon nagbago ang lahat. Yung ugali ng Pilipino, yung 80 years old na, tapos iganon mo, tapos walang, hindi nasunod ang due process. Doon sila na, no? So, yung mga tao na medyo lumamig na kay PRRD nung una, naku, nagbalikan. Sympathy, rate, trust, nagbalikan. Kaya nga, yung election 2025 midterm, talagang makikita mo, ang dami pa rin maka Duterte. At ito na nga, naintindihan ko na, itong survey na ito is, totoo, malaking kamali ang ginawa ng Marcos administration na pag-aresto kay PRRD. Sa wakas, tumama rin si Richard Hidarian. Saluduhan ko siya. Okay, salamat mga kaibigan sa inyong pagsubaybay sa ating channel. Nakakatulong kayo ng malaki sa tribong Talandig ng Bukidnon. Ang ating income ay tinutulong natin sa tribo. Namimigay tayo ng libreng yero at pako para ma-repair ang sira-sirang bahay ng tribong Talandig. Panoorin nyo ang video na ito.
Sa Ginoo magpasalamat mi ingon man sa nag-video ingon sa naghatag. Salamat. Salamat kayo sa sponsor aning sin. Unta tagaan sila og maayong panglawas.
Salamat sa nangatag og sin ang Dios magapanalangin kanila. Salamat.
Oman among balay na nabungkag na.
Salamat sa nag-sponsor anay og. Basta Ginoo. Payong ko inuway. Deli. Atani. Salamat kayo sa Ginoo, salamat kayo sa nag-video. Salamat kayo, sir. Salamat sa nag-video, ug salamat sa naghatag ani, ug labaw na sa nag-sponsor. Thank you. Salamat kayo sa Sin, salamat kayo sa tanan sa nagatanawan ng video. Makabalay na gid ko.